Hey Mark, have you ever wondered how animals survive in different environments? I've been reading about animal adaptations, and it's fascinating.
Yeah, it's incredible how animals have evolved to thrive in their habitats. What have you learned so far?
Well, let me tell you about camouflage. Many animals use this adaptation to blend in with their surroundings. For example, chameleons change their color to match the environment, making it difficult for predators to spot them.
That's amazing. I've also heard about mimicry. Some animals mimic the appearance of other species to protect themselves. Like the harmless scarlet king snake that looks similar to the venomous coral snake.
Absolutely. It's a clever defense mechanism. And speaking of defense, have you heard about animals with unique physical features? Take the armadillo, for instance. Its hard shell protects it from predators.
Wow, that's a great example. Another fascinating adaptation is the long neck of a giraffe. It helps them reach leaves on tall trees that other animals can't access.
That's right. And did you know that some animals have adapted to survive extreme temperatures? Like the Arctic fox, which has thick fur and a low metabolic rate to withstand freezing temperatures.
That's impressive. I've also read about animals with special behaviors. The honeybee's waggle dance, for instance, communicates the location of food sources to other bees in the hive.
Absolutely. And did you know that some animals migrate long distances to find better resources? Take the monarch butterfly, for example. It travels thousands of miles during its migration.
That's incredible. Animals really have amazing ways to adapt to their environments. I find it so interesting how they've evolved over time.
Definitely. It shows how adaptable and resilient nature can be. And these adaptations are not just for survival, but also for finding mates and ensuring the survival of their species.
You're right. It's a complex web of interactions. Nature is truly remarkable.
Absolutely. That's why it's important for us to appreciate and conserve these incredible adaptations. We should take care of our environment so that these animals can continue to thrive.
I couldn't agree more, Sarah. Let's do our part in preserving their habitats and spreading awareness about the importance of conservation.
Definitely, Mark. Together, we can make a difference. Hey Alex, have you heard about endangered species and the need for conservation? It's a topic that I find really important.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit about it, but I'd love to learn more. What exactly does it mean for a species to be endangered?
Well, when a species is endangered, it means that there are very few of them left in the world. They are at risk of becoming extinct, which means they could disappear forever.
That's sad. What are some causes of species endangerment?
There are several causes, but one major factor is human activities. Deforestation, for example, destroys habitats and disrupts ecosystems, leaving many species without a place to live.
So, our actions have a direct impact on these animals. That's really unfortunate. What are some other ways humans contribute to species endangerment?
Pollution is another significant factor. Chemicals and waste that we release into the environment can harm animals and their habitats, affecting their survival. Additionally, illegal hunting and the wildlife trade threaten many species.
It's disheartening to hear how much harm we are causing. But what can we do to help?
There are several ways we can contribute to conservation efforts. Supporting organizations that protect endangered species through donations or volunteering is a great start. We can also raise awareness and educate others about the importance of conservation.
That sounds achievable. Are there any success stories or positive examples of conservation efforts?
Absolutely! Many species have been saved from the brink of extinction due to conservation efforts. For example, the giant panda was once endangered, but thanks to conservation programs, their numbers have increased.
That's great to hear. It shows that our efforts can make a real difference. Are there any other examples?
Yes! The humpback whale is another success story. They were heavily hunted in the past, but a ban on commercial whaling and conservation efforts have helped their populations recover.
That's really encouraging. It's good to know that we can turn things around. What can individuals do in their everyday lives to support conservation?
There are simple actions we can take, like reducing waste, recycling, and using sustainable products. We can also conserve energy and water, as these practices help protect habitats.
Those are great suggestions. It's important for all of us to take responsibility and make these small changes. Together, we can make a big impact.
Absolutely! Every little effort counts, and if we all work together, we can help protect and restore endangered species.
I'm inspired, Emily. Let's spread the word and encourage others to join us in these conservation efforts.
That's the spirit, Alex. Together, we can make a difference and ensure a brighter future for endangered species. Hey Mark, have you ever wondered about animal intelligence? I find it fascinating how different species exhibit cognitive abilities.
Yeah, it's incredible to think that animals can be intelligent in their own ways. What have you learned about animal intelligence so far?
Well, let's start with problem solving. Some animals are great at figuring out puzzles and challenges. Take the crow, for example. They can use tools to retrieve food and even create their own tools.
That's amazing. I've also heard about dolphins and their intelligence. They can solve complex problems and have been observed using sponges to protect their noses while foraging on the ocean floor.
Absolutely! Dolphins are known for their problem-solving skills. And speaking of problem solving, have you heard about the intelligence of octopuses? They can solve mazes and escape from tricky situations.
Octopuses are truly remarkable creatures. I've also read about elephants and their cognitive abilities. They have great memory and are capable of recognizing themselves in mirrors, which shows a sense of self-awareness.
Elephants are incredibly intelligent. Did you know that some animals also display remarkable communication skills? Bees, for instance, have intricate dances to communicate the location of food sources to other members of their colony.
That's fascinating. I've also heard about the communication abilities of primates. They use a combination of vocalizations, gestures, and facial expressions to convey information within their social groups.
Absolutely! Primates are highly social animals, and their communication is quite complex. But intelligence isn't limited to problem solving and communication. Some animals exhibit remarkable social behavior too.
You're right. Animals like wolves and dolphins live in complex social groups and demonstrate cooperation and collaboration. They work together to hunt or protect each other.
Yes, and even birds like penguins and parrots show strong social bonds within their colonies. They have their own ways of communicating and cooperating.
It's amazing to think that animals have such sophisticated intelligence and social behavior. It challenges the traditional notion of human superiority.
Exactly! It shows that intelligence comes in various forms, and each species has its own unique cognitive abilities. We should appreciate and respect the intelligence of all animals.
Absolutely, Sarah. It's important to recognize that humans are not the only intelligent beings on Earth. We should strive to coexist and protect all species in their habitats.
I couldn't agree more, Mark. Let's continue to learn about and appreciate the diverse intelligence found in the animal kingdom.
Definitely, Sarah. It's a fascinating subject, and I'm glad we had this conversation. It has broadened my perspective on animal intelligence.